Oh boy, this is getting really interesting now. Oh, and like I said before, if you like what you see here, the the in what do you call it? If you like the whole gameplay here and whatnot, please do give it a try. Like I said, because I will be just going through the whole thing, and it'll be probably a spoiler to everyone. So if you're really into this, right? If you think that it's interesting here, if you like what you see here right now, what I'm doing right now, you can always stop this stream, stop this actually recording form, I guess. Since if you're watching in the recording form, you can just stop this video, play for yourself, play through the whole thing, and then come back and watch it again. Watch how I stupidly or how cleverly, sillily, said even more, go through the game. Anyways, let's go. Excellent more. My heart was in my mouth, and my heart was in my mouth the entire time. Oh, look at you there. You're drenched in sweat. Guys, popping your knees. No. Grim sight. But you started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies, because that's I've been doing for a while. That get my head of a natural talent for being a lawyer. Forget it. It's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of the courtroom. Yeah, you see that, but looks like you exposed your phantom lady at last. Giselle? How do I even pronounce this name? It doesn't sound like English name. Or is it? I have no idea. Of course not. Of course I have no idea. That's what I was trying to tell you, everyone was I. Dr. Wilson was no longer. Yeah, they were all silenced. They were all against you to a certain degree. Might be overly confident. Powers of observation are one thing I am sure of. Ah, right. I see. I wonder if this game is trying to bring the new audience to the this Ace Attorney series again. I wonder. Do you see what happened with that? Huh? I didn't see any of it. See what? Oh, the gun? I was just on my way out there, no restaurant myself. Then on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table. See, I noticed the flower boss is not there again. Noticed there was a gun lying on the floor, and just after maybe I'm just too fixated on a flower boss. But anyways. I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot head came from. Oh. The burn mark indicates that it was shot in a shorter range. I mean, to some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Bundled me into. Sorry. Fast thinking by the detective. He ended his suspect without a moment's delay. Because I was shut in the pantry. No idea what happened outside in the dining hall. He's making the same sound as I am right now. Ah, there you are. Hold on, both of you. Who is this? Ah. Mikotoba. Just doing a little thing. Here, make an outstanding team. But you said you want us not to be. What's going on here? Yes, it seems you planned this from the start, huh? You arranged things so that you wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial, sorry. Our justice system, even more so. The justice system is kind of completely separated from the government, isn't it? So much so that the whoever enters the courtroom gets a like the they're equally treated and gets a verdict as needed. I think. Obviously, there's always a corruption in between. Anyways. Oh, makes no difference. There are otherwise, if I'm the kind of a man who can help his best friend ever. No. He would choose friendship over the his career, huh? What? What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stand. Actually, there. Put it to auto. I have a personal connection to this case. Really? Do you? Said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind, ask me asking, Professor. Oh, do I actually get to investigate? Do you know the victim? Did you actually say that? I might have read something different. He should have, right? He was in the same. He was supposed to go to the same department, the medical. As you're probably aware, Doctor was a visiting person. Yeah. Ah, so he was the one who. Ah, I see. That complicates things, doesn't it? I didn't know that before. Are about to go into battle. Victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one that. Oh, so they are. Naturally, our government is looking for either. Actually, I shouldn't. Not gonna read every single sentence. I think that just takes longer. So forget. The gentleman whose involvement in our police bureau is extra. Ah. Will the prosecution actually do their stuff? He seems to be completely new to this whole information thing right now, though. Best of luck. Why, thank you. Now then. I need you to run an errand. Huh. Good luck, Kazuma-sama. What about me? I'm the most important one here. Oh, never mind. Oh crap. Let's go back. It is time. Let's go. Why? Thank you, really. Yeah. What for? Oh, is that the fact that his expertise is actually helping us here? Like the how like how he threatened the those witnesses to actually say something or make them spill the beans, basically. Well, I have faith in you. It's a friend. Coming from you, that means a lot. Indeed. I found you. See, Yunosuke over here has to he has to try hard for his friend's sake too. Alright then. Say the thanks for you. Thank yous for the after the trial. Sukiyaki meal. Oh, just a. Oh, okay. Extra large. So I'm getting ready to get comfortable here. Resumes the trial. Ouchie. Sorry about that. Nothing to worry about. So in the end, the authorities wanted to cover this case real quick. The friendship between our nation is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written here. Yeah, really have nothing to worry about. What do you mean? A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign. Yeah. That's right. If anything, if they're so confident about the whole thing, they should have made this public so that anyone can. This really Kazuma here is questioning and challenging the justice system. But for the sake of the Yunosuke war here. But I'm just a student. Ascending here now is on country that fails to uphold the truth in this. So that's the running theme here in the whole Ace Attorney series. Finding the truth. Thank you, Council. Court is a pinnacle of our nation's justice system. Oh. Here she comes. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna read every single sentences. I think that just holds the... Just think that it takes time. Oh, wait a minute. This picture fits well here, huh? The butler and the tea. Someone bring... Is that true? No idea. Say your name, name and occupation, as usual. Hmm? No, not you, you fool. We know all about you, yeah. I didn't ask you. Where are your manners? Oh. ladies, ladies first. Is that true? Oh. More importantly, a little earlier today you said something to me. You say your power of observations are one thing you sure of, huh? I think I did, didn't I? Mind you, I am running in. I've turned this game on for the first time, and I didn't even care to look into the trailers or anything, like any of some sort, any of the media, because I was pretty sure that I was going to play this game, so I didn't care. Yet your description for this amazing sight was simply a woman. Oh, I just noticed this swan on her hat. Descriptions are sorely lacking. Well, obviously. Oh, name and occupation, please. Seriously. The swan. Huh? It's in English, isn't it? As in we are all speaking Japanese, but this lady seems to be speaking in English. Oh, crap. No one gets her, huh? Terribly sorry, my dear lady, what? Come again? Oh. Interpreter. Notice how, notice when she says her things, the bleeps, the tone of the bleep is higher. I think I said this before, but... Giselle Bread? London, England. Visiting research student. Language of the British people. The language that this game is in right now, right? I'm afraid I don't understand the word you said, but it was very I don't know what you just said, but it was very beautiful. As far as I can tell. Oh, okay. Oh, so you can tell? Obviously you'll find in England, Kazuma. Nor you. Oh. Yunosuke. Thanks to beautiful lady for the taking. 3 days ago at a restaurant called Court has been led to believe that you were dining there. So, let's hear it. Ah. the way how this inspector dressed. Said okay, that was it. Wait a minute, hang on. All that was just yes? Are you sure? Oh, so even though she's studying it, huh? Oh, okay. I see. Presentation at the university. Sure, but interesting. I was just following special orders from the bureau. Oh, well now. So what's going on here? Why is this person over here? Or was the table turned? Actually turned, I mean. Cause side of the wicked perpetrator part. Yeah. Should have been there, right? Okay. Let's drop the poetics, will you? Really? The very moon. Oh. Ha. So the situation hasn't changed. Could we hear that in detail? She's lying. Clear who are real enemies. If anything, it could have been her that shot the victim, right? Or the exact nature of the frightening is, or I mean, to a certain degree, we could have just done a forensic to have the bullet examined, and if it matches the ballistics of the gun, but I think that's just out of the question at this point of the day, because the science isn't actually caught up to that point. Oh boy, that's gonna be 2 dialogues right here, huh? Slightly late luncheon. But you can't eat though. Uh-huh. Beef steak, okay. After a while, a queue started. Came over to greet the professor and they got in argument? He's gone.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I didn't have any kind of argument. Oh.
Objection!
So she says that they had an argument. Filthy wretch. Yeah, you're still making the same mistakes. You're just yeah. But he's just so annoying. Ah. Took statements from this lady and oh, yeah. Oh. Hmm. So how much are they hiding from us, I wonder? Testimony is the last two. Yeah. They were just kind of bluntly lying to us. Blatantly? Bluntly? Anyways. Ah. Yeah. Ah. I could argue that. Precise location where the witness said. Are you sure? That's ridiculous. Lift her. Don't think about doing anything rash. What about her hat? Can she just hide? Can she just hide that? Oh. So that's the point at the moment, no? Oh. I see. Slightly tension with unable to eat. Got into a fierce argument. Oh. Got into an argument with the professor. So, okay. With this young and beautiful gentlewoman from dressed exactly the same as you are, you fool. Ribbon? The bandana? Ah. Presser, yeah. So... So there is a sentence that comes to mind. This may be. Let's press her. Press her? Press. Sorry. It's all very real saying that, but can you prove it? What do you mean? Well, having to check her after wouldn't be much of a... Surely you carried a physical search, Inspector. Don't tell me you can't... Okay, so you can't really... You can't disprove. Oh. Think what you yeah. Oh. Such a confident smile. Are you sure? Oh. Unlike the certain student. That'll be you, Yusuke. Oh. Let me just skip this. It's a good thing that they actually put a skipping. Doesn't skip it. It doesn't skip fast enough. Alright, the case came over the great. So fierce argument. Yeah. Just saying things isn't gonna. Don't say that. Speak English. I think it would have been really feeding for if this whole language was in Japanese, huh? Yeah. Next time you go up, got up after that. Let me look into this. I don't know if there is anything that
Yes.
Let me just press everything actually. Nah, should I gone? There's no point in repeating over and over. That's the true, yeah. But
Objection!
no name calling. Pretty sure it has to do with this sentence. Carrying on myself, obviously, I couldn't have called the culprit. Let's try to press all the other sentences too. See if we can actually get any other information out of this.
Objection!
Huh? Oh, really? That's no, isn't it? Oh. Decisive English. No. Oh. I see. So... That lines up. So far. What happened next? So he wasn't able to eat.
Yes.
Let's see. He was unable to eat, you say? That was because he was... Yeah. Yeah. Don't just answer it for yourself, you fool. Was Miss... Yeah. Oh. Was she aware that he... Ah, okay. So she was aware too. Okay. So that would mean... So would that mean this seat over here is hers? Exactly as it was left. Hang on. Carbonated water. Just water? Yeah, he was allowed to drink that, yeah. Why isn't there another meaningful? Ah, this is another thing that that happens in the in this game. Whenever I press the witness further and get a new information out of them, we can actually tell them to add that to the add it to the testimony. Well, sidestepped console. Very well. She didn't say anything though. I'm going to remember that one. Which one? The adding... Oh, you mean... Significant. Aww. Huh?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Hang on. What's going on here? So both you and the professor drink this carbonated water, do you? So you poured the 2 glasses yourself. You say. Except you're a dictionary detective though, yeah, so not customary. Oh, that's true. Frightful place. Really? Now that's frightful. As long as people have food to eat, what does it matter what it is? Come to think of it. So I tried to carbonate water. It was much more of a shock than the first time I tried before. Something out of place, what she's saying. So she's saying she do the cheers or not. So why do I not see another glass over here? What's going on?
Yes.
That's it. So this is a thing about this game. We're just kind of or like the player is kind of just finding discrepancies, all the things that the player actually do, but at the same time we're kind of trying to piece things together bit by bit, and the story basically just unfolds as we go. So where is the second glass? Exactly as was left, as you said, right? So where's the second glass? What happened? Why are you so surprised? What's going on here?
Objection!
Just picking over, but it's curious. I'm just curious, isn't it?
Objection!
Ah. Oh, really? Never do something so reckless. Huh? Really? You did lie to us, though. Can clink with... So you did. Why? What'd she say? Yeah. Huh? Why? Huh? Good gracious. Oh, that's sorry, isn't it? Huh. Ha. Oh, please. What? That's absurd. Oh, really? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you said you have no pockets, so how? Uh, so you have a handbag. You have. Wouldn't you say that that conceals a lot of things? Why would you have a? Why would you take a glass from the? Well, now we know that she can actually hide things somewhere, right? Can we see the can we see this handbag or purse? Hmm? Well, I don't know, really. So she took the glass away in her handbag. There's a deeper significance. There is the handbag, right? I mean, she just hid it and she just said she has no place to hide things, right? Let me see. A little while ago, said the following: there are no pockets in my outfit. So yeah, so it's not the outfit that she has a yeah. So she can hide things, apparently. Mm-hmm. The fact that she can indeed bring a firearm. Mm-hmm. So there's two. Can we see this handbag of hers? Did you or did you not see search? Oh. Wow. Could have been there. It's a possibility, yeah. Ha ha ha. More possibilities, huh? What's the meaning of this? Mm-hmm. Behind her mask, huh? Oh, he's gonna die soon. Yeah, we do not. Ha. Unnecessary, you say? Hmm? Oh. Oh, there's more, what's this, mark over here? On, okay. There is a glass inside the, thing, apparently. Oh, it's completely visible? Oh, like, it's like... Ha. Hmm. I see. Huh. So if there was a... so that's why he didn't care to... Can we actually see it ourselves? Oh. That must be the trap, huh? 호소나가. Yeah, let's look. Let's see for ourselves. Ta-da-dan. Photograph taken by Onosonaga-san after the incident occurred. It shows a Miss Brett's handbag on a chair by the victim's table. I wonder what that thing on the wrist is. Oh, really? That was all? That was it? Uh-oh. That's not good. No. Just wait. Huh? Why? What's wrong? Don't give up now. This is it. Oh, that's not good. Oh, the survival is a fetus thing. Oh, can't be happening. Kazuma. Because of my incompetence. Excuse me. There's no basis on which you can... Oh, where did you come here after all?
Yes.
Gotta hold on to something, right?
Objection. Yes.
Actually, a minute ago you said this. The photographic print just submitted appears. No further significance. There is no longer any room for the audience. What if we do? If there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, I mean.
Objection!
All it shows is a handbag and gentlewoman was there. Huh. Actually, let me look at this myself. I still don't know what this thing is right here. Wait a minute, the way the way how her this is a victim right here, isn't it? Why is this back over here then? I don't think that might matter, but New evidence submitted by the detective is not on the ground. Fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbag. Isn't this like the outside of the thing? Can we actually see the purse ourselves? There's something about this photograph which just doesn't seem right. The way how the body is positioned and whatnot, right? Huh? Why are you holding the hammer like that? It's so this is the what happened. This is how this shows how the victim was, and this is how it was. So where's that supposed to be then? I have no stinking clue. This is where it was. Oh, anyways. Identify the significant detail. I don't know. The way how this I could be wrong.
Yes.
Like a burn of some description.
Objection!
So you do no. Notice when he was okay. Hang on. I wonder if that's related to anything, really. Oops. Ah. Oh. It's this, isn't it? Now I'm seeing the now I piece the. Now I link them together. I see. Hmm. So what does this tell us though? What's going on? So. Huh? Precise detail in it. Well, I can tell you what it is, but what does this tell us? Oh, this is the same thing as how it was in the Danganronpa series. I can piece things together, but I have no idea what that actually means. See, the lunch appointment. Hmm? Hang on. Lady, we're not done. Lady, we're not done. So this guy is as unsure as I am. But what's going on? What does that mean though? I am? Mm-hmm. Oh. Without an evidence. I have the evidence. Sure, seriously. I do. I just don't know what that is going to reveal. Oh, really? Ah. Oh. Kind of figured it out, so. So. What's this? Oh. Mm-hmm. Photographic print. Uh-huh. So the victim was actually sitting at the place where See. That same burn mark, right? How did the victim naturally say burn? What? How?
Objection!
Now. It's this. Let me just. I think it's okay to be a little bit vague, but yeah, the plate. It was burning hot. Ah, the judge saw what we saw just now. So it was burning hot at the moment, right? Oh, now you see it too. If it was on the right side of the wrist where he got his burn, So does that mean he was actually sitting on the on with the steak? Well, what does that mean though? Mm-hmm.
Objection!
Nah, it has to be. Well,
Objection!
Hmm? He would have done something about it, right? Ah. Yeah. So, why did he get a why did he get a burn mark? Don't tell me it was about the anesthetic. Oh, that could have been actually. It's the anesthetic that's numbing the pain. So what? And again, I'm piecing things by things together, but again, I still don't see the bigger picture here. Uh-huh. This was no mild burn, that's for sure. So, well, let's see. Oh, so it takes about 3 seconds for the for it to get a mark, basically. Basically getting branded in there. No, he didn't. Because of the anesthetic. As a matter of fact, he didn't feel that at all.
Yes!
Something isn't right here, yeah. Certainly. Mm-hmm. For 3 full seconds. I didn't hear him cry out either. Well, we have an idea of why. But what does that tell us? Being careless, I think. Uh-huh. All of us would, without any question ever. Yeah. Anyone would have. So, what's going on? Because he didn't. Can it really be true? Oh. Maybe suffered burn to this. I hadn't noticed the burn. Sounds silly. Huh? Oh, it's not this area, so right here. Ah, Hang on. Did he actually... You mean you're telling me that he actually died before then? Asleep? So... So the question is when, right? Or it doesn't matter? Actually, I don't think that matters. Ha. So I thought of the anesthetic working here, but seems like he was actually dead to begin with, huh? So when did he die? Then absurd, blasphemy. Ha ha ha. That certainly is an outrageous claim. Killed by a gunshot. Yeah, but
Objection!
Ah, now we have something to press on. See, she has to Oh, believe me, there's always a twist somewhere. Yes, I see. There's a bit of a doubt here. This confident smile. Oh, okay. Hey. So she speaks for herself now. You speak Japanese, apparently. Wow. Of course I do. Oh, okay. So she was just pretending to. Oh. Oh, really? Oh, really? You're not good for you. The way this guy sucks it up. Well, let's hear the testimony directly from her then. Indeed we are. Yeah, things are getting interesting. Let's see if I can actually get to the bottom of this episode at least. Notice how the music just changed, huh? See, you say that it's your stake, so what's going on here? I still can put that. To good use. Oh. Certainly. The forensic here is a little bit lacking, so again, just by taking the bullet out of the corpse and matching the ballistic will just tell us if the gun, which gun fired the bullet. So, oh, you just did. You already did, lady. Oh. No. Things are getting bigger, huh? Oh. Yeah. The bully doesn't miss much. Don't say that. I still have no idea what's going on. Final cross-examination, huh? Oh. Well. Did he come to his senses? Oh. Oh, let's press the hell out of her testimonies. When? Is that important? She still says that he postmortem. No other possible cause of death besides a gunshot. Certainly. What do you think? I don't know. But she doesn't seem to want to say very much. Oh. The burn teller, so yeah. He's... Let's actually press on all the... Why? What's wrong? Huh? If you notice something, just tell us.
Yes.
Let's just press on. Actually, I don't think this is useful. Oh, really? Why didn't you tell me? Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway.
Yes.
So she did? Uh-huh. She was only allowed to drink. So he should be able to testify to that, right? Although, why? Ah, I see. So, you're not exactly aware if he actually did drink that or not. Why? Huh? Oh. No other possible cause of death besides gunshot.
Yes.
Without leaving a trace. Strangled, stabbed, thrown in from the height. Person's life to be taken. There are always there's always a way to yeah. What about poisoning? There would be a physical trace with all those causes. That's true. Maybe there is. If poisoning. Way of killing someone that leaves no trace, you say?
Yes.
Inferior? What do you mean by that? Ah. Oh, that's a little, I see. Huh? He's actually admitting our police may be flawed. Did he have something to say? I think it's going terribly. Not turning any new information. Or the cross. Kazuma? Huh? Why? What's going on? There is something I noticed. Something that's been bothering me. it's him, right? Like a moment ago. Oh, is this like the new system, I wonder? I have an idea. Pressing on that last statement one more time. But this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. Oh. Oh. So this is... So this part is new.
Yes.
Press on that. Inferior. What do you mean by that? You investigate once, and that's the hit, huh? Yeah. Let me just skip a little bit over.
Wait.
Ah, there. Which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. So this, what's with this, there it is again. Reaction just the same as before, but why? Things are very different now. Just listening to what, yeah? What do you mean? What do you mean, yeah? But people around them. Aww. By their, body language. Yeah. Okay, I see. So this is a new system that's introduced here, huh? Ah, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Pursue command was always there, but I see. How to do it now? What marker? Ah, I see. I can actually scroll it from one person to another. That's cool. I don't know why she's still there though. Shouldn't it be like one person at a time kind of thing? Ah, I see. I notice a strange atmosphere. Ho 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 ho. Pursue him, huh? Let's see.
Wait.
Ah. I see.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. What? Is he poisoned? He's not poisoned, is he? Why is he like... So you're thinking something just now, Inspector? Speak your mind. Reacting to what she was saying, right? Oh. What's the meaning of this? But is that how AI works? Oh, okay. Huh. Also not. So, do you have something in mind? Did you conceal something else as well? Oh. She's not gonna say anything to that, huh? Okay. We fly. Okay. So, what'd you do? What are you gonna do? Oh. Ah, so you actually have something. Ah, so this detective here actually had some, or like saw the flaws in the system that they wanted to preserve the evidence. I see. What's this? It's a carbonated water bottle, right? Okay, I see. Uh-huh. Ah, okay. Oh, 3 days ago. Okay. But it was. Sure. Is he going to be okay? Oh, okay. So he came. Ho ho ho. But what does this tell us, though? Can you confirm this? Oh, so it is poison, isn't it? What was that about? Seem to be a bird eye. Oh. There's something going on there, huh? Ah. Alright, let's see. Let's see what this bottle. What does it say? Oh. It's English, right? Oh, never mind. Expensive water. Then go to France. Ha. Well, it has some stuff in it. So it was supposed to be a X-carbonated water. So would that be just water then? Yeah. Hang on. You're drinking evidence. I wonder. Could there be anything in this water? Oh. Possibility. Can't really, is there anything that I can do with this water? I don't think there is. Yeah. That's it. So our forensic here is very limited. Should I be presenting? I'm gonna if I'm not sure, if I'm not unsure. When in doubt. Maybe, just maybe.
Yes!
This might be the answer. Okay, it is an answer. Okay. What if there is one method of killing a man without a, poisoning, perhaps? Da da da. Another possibility. Could it be that there was a poison inside? Detective, why are you, don't tell me you didn't check. How lethal was this? So much so that he'll just die in next few.
Objection!
Oh, is that why she took the glass? So that they cannot trace the poison? Ah, that could be a possibility. Hang on.
Objection!
This is a court of law. Yeah. Makes no difference. That's a running theme here again. Oh. Oh. Really? Yeah. Inspector. Cause that would actually mean that okay, so so he did. Nothing came up, huh? Did you check the other glass that's in the thing? We're not done yet. Hang on. Hang on. Lady. Hold up. I was so sure. Certainly. It feels like the end. But we're gonna turn this around. After a few of these dialogues. Oh no. Well, not exactly new, but Kazama, say something. Oh, really? 'Cause I do.
Hold it!
Oh. Can you actually... Oh, right. This court room is quite loose. Susato Ikotoba. Ah! She's the daughter of the professor, huh? Or of some sort. Suddenly there's a poetic here. Hey, you're gonna cut it here? Think I have an idea of what's gonna happen. Oh, I guess I'm not gonna finish it today, huh? Alright, fine. I'll just leave it to tomorrow then. Alright, well. I guess that's all cool, I guess. Right? Hmm? Hang on. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the title. No, don't save. I don't need to save. I don't have to save, I just saved. Did I? Are you sure to return? Yes. I just saved like a few seconds ago. Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna continue with this tomorrow. Let's see how far I go tomorrow. So interesting. Again, like I say, I'm probably gonna see to the end this game. So if you think this game is any of interest to you, by all means give it a shot for yourself. You can always come back here, right? I don't know. So anyways, let's wrap it up for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with this game, continuing on and on. So bye now.